Hey professionals, have you ever had times where you just can't focus but you really need to? Where there's important work to do but your head's not quite in it and you keep reaching for the distractions? Well, of course you have. We all have. But by the end of this video you'll have work I know you can do to be able to focus anytime you need to. My name's Steve and I coach professional people just like you to live and work from a deeper and more peaceful ground of being so that you can create a happier and more successful experience of your life and work. And a great place to start is with my free, simple 5-step process for managing stress in the moment. The desire to be able to recover focus on demand when we're not feeling it is probably one of the most common questions I get from my coaching clients. You've been there yourself. The work's there, you're picking at it, but your head's not really in it, your heart's not really in it, and you keep looking for the distractions. Oh, I'll just have a quick look at Facebook, or I'll just have a quick look at Instagram. I'll just check my mailbox again. Or I'll just go and make myself a cup of coffee. All signs that we're not really feeling the task at hand, that we're not really feeling the engagement with the task. And we say to ourselves, oh, I'll just waste time for a minute and then I'll get back to it. But 1 minute turns into 10 and you keep going back to it and the work isn't getting done. Distraction, distraction, distraction instead of focus, focus, focus. And you know what's on the line. Getting away from work on time, getting time at home with your family, getting things done. And you end up working late and missing out on that time because you have to catch up. Now, there can be a level of individuality about why you procrastinate or why you seek the distractions, but there are 3 key points which I find are generically useful. It's not a 3-step process as such. Think of it more like 3 points on a triangle, that when all 3 points of the triangle are in place, then the triangle is a strong structure. Now, triangle point number 1 is to deal with the things that might be causing us to show up with low energy. This is the self-care point on the triangle. So what might be draining our energy? Well, maybe we're not getting enough sleep. Maybe we're not getting enough exercise. Maybe we're not getting enough rest. Maybe we're not getting enough fresh air. Quite a common one is not hydrating enough. So take a look at the bad habits that might be draining your energy and start looking for the good habits instead. So for example, if you're not getting enough sleep, then do something about your sleeping habits. Maybe go to bed a little earlier, maybe even sleep in a little later, but do something about getting the sleep that you need. And I recognize that that might require looking at some of the other habits which lead you to not getting the great sleep, like maybe things that you do in the evening, maybe staying late at work to make up for the fact that you've had a lack of focus. If it's lack of rest, then look at your habits for getting rest. And on that point, something that I'm going to teach you as part of points 2 and 3 might be useful here too. If it is the common one about lack of hydration, then drink more water. This probably is the most common one I come across. People are just not drinking enough water. The second point on the triangle is about a choice, and that is the choice to do whatever you have to do with energy, enthusiasm, and like it's the most important job in the world. Or if you prefer to put it in these terms, with energy, enthusiasm, and as if you're going to get paid $1 million for it. Now, I hate ironing. I hate doing my tax returns. I hate cleaning bathrooms. But I tell you this, if I was going to get paid $1 million for cleaning a bathroom, it would be spotless. And it would be done with energy and enthusiasm. And by the way, I need to tip my hat briefly here to my coach, my mentor, Bill Cumming, who taught me this from his program, What Every Person Can Do. Now, the thing about tasks we don't like, or tasks that we're not enthused for, is that we tend to do them slowly. We tend to drag our heels through the process of doing it. And we tend to complain to ourselves along the way about what a rubbish job it is. But the thing is, when you do it that way, it takes twice as long, the result is half as good, and you hate every minute. But if you make the choice to do it with energy, enthusiasm, and like it's the most important job in the world, or if you're going to get paid $1 million to do it, then it happens in half the time. The result is twice as good. And, well, you might not enjoy yourself, but it certainly isn't a drag. I have learned to probably apply more energy and enthusiasm to jobs I don't like than jobs I do, precisely because I want to get them done. I don't want to be stuck there. And make no mistake, you can choose this. There's nothing that's actually blocking you other than your own attitude towards it. You can make the choice at any time to do something with energy and enthusiasm and like it's the most important job in the world. And it's a powerful thing to really exercise that choice and learn how to access that whenever you need it. Now, the thing is, using this does cost energy. And that means that you are going to need rest periods, and it means you are going to need self-care. Otherwise you burn out. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, do give it the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notifications bell so that you'll know when new content arrives. Now, this point about not burning out brings me to the third point of the triangle, and that is to apply a technique called the Pomodoro technique, or something similar to it. The idea of the Pomodoro technique is to have 25 minutes where you make a deal with yourself that you are going to focus on the task at hand. You're not going to deal with distractions. You're not going to deal with interruptions. For 25 minutes, you are focused on that task. And the good thing about it being 25 minutes is that that's not too long to ask of ourselves. That's not too long to ask for us to stay focused with that one thing, to put the phone to one side, to not be tempted to go look at Facebook, to make the deal, to carry on. But at the end of the 25 minutes, as soon as the 25 minutes is up, stop. Don't carry on for another 2 minutes that are going to become 10. Just stop. And then take 5 minutes of rest and recovery. Now, within those 5 minutes, you might be tempted to say, well, that's the time that I am going to look at Facebook. That's when I am going to look at Instagram. That's where I am going to check my messages. Well, that's up to you, and I get it that you are going to need to do that at some points. But that's not high quality rest, and you might need higher quality rest than that. And for me, the highest quality rest comes when we go to some other place, some place where we're not working, preferably somewhere that's a little bit darker, maybe dimly lit, and just sit in stillness, in silence, not trying to think of something, not trying to not think of something, just being a still, peaceful, empty vessel for 5 minutes. And then once that 5 minutes is up, go for another 25-minute time box. Now, of course, the break between 25-minute focus periods isn't always 5 minutes. Some of them are going to be longer, like when you have your lunch break. And also, you might find this too intense to try and do it all day. You probably will, at least at the beginning. I have to be honest with you, I don't use the Pomodoro technique all day. But try and at least do it 2 hours a day, or at least 1 hour a day. In actual fact, 2 really focused 25-minute time boxes might achieve a lot anyway. And of course, you can always adapt it slightly. You could do 2 25-minute time boxes separated by 5-minute rest periods, and then maybe a 10-minute social media break if you really need to spend some time on Facebook, Instagram, check your messages, and then do 2 25-minute time boxes with 5-minute rests again. Just whatever you do, stick to the time box. Now, going back to point 1 about things which drain our energy, one thing that might be draining your energy is if you don't get the full sleep you need because you're thinking too much about work when you go to bed. If you want to deal with that, watch this video up here. Or if you've already watched that video, then watch this video down here instead. This is Steve, wishing you health and happiness.